chosen to read a couple of little extracts from my book. It needs to come down, doesn't it? Because I'm a little on the short side and I cannot just Baxter up. Is that better? Like,
I might have to stand here. Yes. Okay. And I can raise my voice a little bit if that helps as well. So I'm reading from my book, An Odyssey in Iceland, an English woman's true story of life and dreams. And in it I talk about the dream of coming to Iceland, but also the dream of the night that sometimes came, pointing in this direction, giving inspiration along the journey, and also about some of the things that have happened in the world. Now, mindful of what is going on in the world at the moment, I want to read from a section that is the 6th chapter, in which I reflect back on many of the things that I've encountered in Iceland, that I feel have enriched my life here, or that have enriched my philosophy of life. And we all have a philosophy of life, one that is growing and changing all the time. And when we encounter new things, so there is change. So, the spinning of the Norse norns is not unlike the older feminine traditions of some other lands, including Estonia and Ukraine. Their folk ceremonies commemorated that women were seen as the spinners of destiny, with lots of beliefs existing around spinning implements, and the Ukrainian great goddess of Mokosh, the spinner, being called also the goddess of destiny. In the Norse traditions, as Urða, Verdandi, and Skuld care for Yggdrasil, Nidhögr, a giant worm, is busily eating away at the root. Meanwhile, the squirrel, Rataturska, is racing up and down the tree, carrying malicious messages between the destructive Nidhögr and the eagles at its top. Doesn't this seem like an analogy for the life going on around us? What with all the wars, treachery and juxtapositioning, but also a great reaching for beauty and growth. Whether it is a blade of grass, a physical body, a building, a company, a society, system, or something else, everything that exists grows or is built up, and in the end it is broken down. Sometimes the broken down processes around us are greater, and sometimes the creative processes are greater. Often, the more that breaks down or breaks open, the greater the volume of new life that can come in. Like everyone else, with so much in the world not working very well, I sometimes think how more breaking down may be needed to allow a more positive cycle to come into being, which can be a scary thought. Thinking about the 3 norns and their weaving of the past, present and future is comforting, as well as inspiring ideas that it has been beautiful for me to consider. Could something needed for our future as a group that is already created in an incipient form sometimes be attracting into place, at least in part, the changes or level of destruction required to enable it to come into being? If the future is being created concurrently with the present moment, and the past that echoes through the present towards the future, then this could indeed be possible.